I have a little reflection that I'm going to be reading you guys. So I spent my birthday, about 45 minutes of it, at the Atlantic Ocean on the other side, way over there. And I think that it gave me the best birthday gift ever. I was walking along the water and I saw this little shell sticking up, and I pulled it out, and it was this huge, perfectly intact shell, and it was the best birthday gift ever. And I was so happy. In July, I came back home, and in July and August, I got to experience my first relationship, and it was so special. So in the off chance that you're watching this, Ryan, I hope you don't mind me calling you out, but thank you for bearing witness to that time with me, because it was really special. We had a little friend group together and we had so much fun. We spent a lot of time swimming and eating food and just being silly together with our friends, and that was so fun. I also got to be a camp counselor at sleepaway camp. It was at sailing camp, and I've never been more tan in my life. And I was not very tan, but I've never been that tan. Also in August, I started school and I started my job at the hardware store in town, 3 minutes away from my house. And I started there just as a cashier, very few hours, just kind of light work. I was just, learning the ropes. Thanksgiving and Christmas came. In January, we took a trip over to Ireland. My grandma, my aunt, my mom, and I. And we got to visit my new home. And I'm so thankful for that trip. February, I was still working. I was working 40 hours a week now. I had a full-time job at the hardware store. In March and April, I was experiencing a particularly low point in my mental health. And I wasn't doing so well, and I was working really hard, and I was studying really hard, and I decided to take a step back from work. So in May, I quit my job, and I had prom, and then I got to go see Taylor Swift, and then I graduated college, and then I graduated high school, which seems backwards, but I got my associate's degree before I got my high school diploma. And I had the best weekend ever with friends and family, whoever got to join me in celebrating my accomplishments. And that was the best weekend ever, and I'm so thankful for that. Now we're here. So I have a reflection here that I wrote. It's 10 questions, and I'm going to be answering them and just sort of reflecting on the year that I had. How do you feel about this birthday? I feel very content right now. I think I've been waiting for this for a while. I think that with age comes inherently more respect. So now that I am 18, and in a perfect world, everybody respects me for being 18, right? Like, I'm older and have more wisdom, and I have all this responsibility. I think that people lie about their age sometimes in order to gain that inherent respect. And now that I am 18 and I have that, it's kind of weird. I don't know. When I was 17, I was sort of like protected by oh, I'm 17 and I have my parents' protection. And I feel like now that I'm 18, I know that my parents will always protect me, but I feel like now people will respect me a little bit on the same level as my parents, and they'll be like, okay, you can protect yourself. Even though I know that they'll always be there to protect me, I'm like my own person now. But sometimes my most cherished moments are the ones that I don't really remember, the little moments of love. I think my grad weekend was just something I'll always remember. Looking back on the videos and seeing all those people there for me, it's just so special. The next question is, what have you been in love with this year? What have you been enjoying this year? Definitely hiking. I love a good hike. I've explored so many good trails nearby. I would, go to work and then go on a walk I went to the track a lot near my house. I've learned to love running. I ran my first road race this year, which was very exciting. The only thing I wrote down was people. I grew up in a very loving, safe, secure environment, and so I solicit that from the world because that's, you know, what I expect in return, because that's what I was raised around. And so gaining the independence of a full-time job and being so young and, you know, not really having a big group of friends at school or anything, I was still soliciting from anybody that I met, you know, no matter who they were, that I would receive kindness in return. So what surprised me was that, you know, even if you are kind to people and open and accepting and loving and comforting and compassionate, and you are listening to these people and you are giving to these people, that they will not always return the same affection. And, you know, it's not always their fault. Maybe they don't know how to, but that's what I was really surprised about, you know. The sixth question is, how have you changed? I know that I'm stronger at heart. I know that I'm more independent. I know that I'm stubborn. I know that I am confident. What have the last 12 months taught you? These past 12 months have taught me how to be a better judge of character. These are my little antennas. And whenever I meet a new person, I have these little antennas that will tell me, hey, I'm not sure this person and I are vibing. I'm not sure that this person has my best intentions in mind. I don't think I had those before. Number 8 is, what are you ready to let go of? I am so ready. So ready to let go of all the relationships and all the people of this year that have not served me, that have not done me well. I know that I grew through all these people and through all these relationships, but I have been ruminating on these relationships and these people, and I wish to let them go because they're not with me anymore, they're not for me anymore, and I wish to cast them away to be. What are you open to welcoming into your life this year? I am open to welcoming an influx of positive people who will give me the joy juice, who will push me to my goals, who will travel with me, who will explore new places. I am open to all the experiences that living abroad alone has to offer me. I am open to college life. I'm opening myself to everything I will learn over there as a nursing student, and I am so excited. And what do you hope to experience this year? I hope to experience new places, new people, new food, new cultures, newness. That's what I've got going for me.